And we're back with the last game. We got to get out of here by 6 or else we're going to get kicked out. We obviously don't want to get kicked out. I can't. That last game blew my mind. I'm so hyped for this game.
TF ban or no? TF ban or no?
We're going to get right into the pick and ban right away. Let's not hesitate with the shindigs. Shen Nunu.
They're talking about it like TF. Do we ban TF? I don't know.
Gragas. Probably going to be Gragas again.
Yeah. If Alistar gets left up here and Sojated gets that, it's going to be really intense.
I don't think his Alistar is that deadly.
Remember the game yesterday?
Yeah,
he bladed all those combos. I think the reason they're banning Alistar is because of Sojated. And if Sojated gets that Alistar, it's going to be really crucial. They ban it themselves.
They ban it themselves. I mean,
oh, the Fizz ban actually.
Normalize. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. It's actually really detrimental because Permanent Love has been killing it on Fizz, and now that he has to pick, like, what's he gonna pick, right? They're gonna install Gragas first pick because it was decent last game, and in the game that they did win with Gragas.
Maybe the least.
With the Skirmisher Saber, XJJ9 was able to duel with the Gragas, so he might be able to. He might be thinking about picking it up again, but Elise is open because it was banned last game. It's not banned this game. What's he gonna choose? Janna first pick.
This could be something that is tripping me out. This could be something that is very, very good for them to have. Maybe it's going to be a Hecker on top. He still has those summoners that are Ignite Teleport. But I'm not going to say anything yet. But Janna, just a safe first pick. You know what you're going to get with it. A lot of disengage, re-engage. It's just you don't know what to pick yet, so you pick that Janna.
Yeah. We are going to see what Dragon Raider and Daribu are going to pick up. Both of these teams are going to be taking a long time to figure out what is it that they want to pick, because this game is the $900 money game. Whoever wins this
wins it all.
Gets to pay their bus their Uber home. They get to pay their Uber home. Oh baby, classic 2.5 Freebirds. They're gonna lock in that Twist of Fate, lock in that Corki. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. These guys are ready to go with the second time they're playing the same champions. Gragas going to be picked up as well.
Why are they picking the jungler when you have the jungler picking? So those are obviously trolls. But I think that XJJ9 is actually going to try to pick an Elise here. Maybe he really wants a carry jungler. He didn't play so well. Like, he played well on Gragas, but you can't really carry your team with that pick. He tried by landing a good explosive cast, but in the late game, he just became a very, very useless tank. We could see them Maokai top. Permanent Love played that, I believe, in the second game, and he did fairly well, but he did lose overall.
His engages were exceptionally well with Righteous Glory. I think he's definitely one of the best top laners in this entire tournament in terms of deciding when to TP, deciding when to engage.
Comes back.
He's pretty much just falling back on something that he's comfortable in. But the Krassadin pick, I don't think it was that hot. I don't think that, like, 2.5 Freebirds turned the Bunsen burner to a heat, 8 out of 10. But every time he picked, when he played Kassadin last time, it was at a very, very low heat, like not even enough to boil the water.
Yeah, I feel you.
And his like Diana, pick Diana. It worked so well. If you could get the right engages on, why not pick it?
He wasn't using his own use properly. That's the only thing. But probably coming out from the purple side here on 2.5 Freebirds would probably be the same picks. You'll probably just see Irelia top again. Maybe not Jarvan jungle. They could take the Gragas this time, but I don't think they're going to take Gragas. I don't think they're going to take Rek'Sai. I think Daribu says, okay, I played 2 games on him that we did lose. I feel like I'm not comfortable on this champion anymore. I'll switch it up, and the Gragas probably going to be for Daribu. And remember, from early on, Wild Mimos were playing, we're banning out that Gragas, so maybe Daribu's Gragas is something to fear.
A Wild Mimo hovering over that Vayne pick.
He does.
I wouldn't recommend it. But with Jen and Vayne, if you lane swap, you can definitely steal away the game. But pretty standard composition coming out from
I think he should go back to his Jinx.
Last thing that needs to be picked up is the support. I'm actually really interested in what he's going to pick. I'm really
Normalize shows that he's a really big pool on this tournament. Played Janna, played Braum, played Morgana, and he has so much.
He still has the Karma pick.
Yeah,
they're probably not going to pick it up, but he still has quite a bit that he can choose from.
It looks like a 0 mid, maybe, for 54 bomb 99. Wait, a 0. Okay, I'm not going to say anything because, yeah, there's like, is your jungle?
Yeah.
Okay, jungle. So it is the Elise that we were talking about earlier, and there's the Jinx. So I like
standard
the
comp
composition.
from both.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a matter of who makes the mistake first, right? That's pretty much what the game is. Like, I thought they were going to pick something cheesy or maybe pick something different, but at the moment, I'm going to give it to 2.5 Freebirds only because the Kassadin was lackluster, and they, like, Mimo's Angels are here to begin with. Like, they're in Game 5 to begin with, so they're definitely on some sort of tilt, or they're definitely on some sort of...
I think there's going to be a Morgana pick here, too.
Morgana pick?
Yeah, because if you Morgana shield the TF and you ults in, you can do some tricky plays like that. And it's overall just a good pick against Maokai and against Elise Cocoon and stuff like that. So I think Morgana here would be very, very good. But we saw last game, Normalizes Braum was a good reason why they won that game. He was landing very, very good Braum ults and stunning a lot of members on the enemy team. But I think they're going to go with the Morgana here.
Last pick. He's going to go in with the Braum. I think the innate tankiness that they had, rather than have two tanks and 3 squishies, I think the fact that having 3 tanks and 2 squishies really worked for them last game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But we did see the same thing happen in the first game, where the first 2 games where 2.5 Freebirds won, tried the same comp again, and they got shut down. So hopefully the adaptability isn't that great anymore on this team of Wild Mimos. So if they are able to adapt like they did in the second game, they could easily just crush the enemies of 2.5 Freebirds.
All that's left is for these guys to enter the Rift. There's not a whole lot that we can talk about. They picked pretty standard picks, right? A Wild Mimo played the Jinx earlier. It was to great success, but the only reason why he had a great success is because 54 Bomb 99, he had some clutch Diana, like,
clumps, or
the clumps,
her E.
Her E. And that allowed Jinx to go crazy, but I think from a basic perspective, I don't think that the Jinx is a good pickup here. And I mean, I say that every time to a Wild Mimo, but he does decent on all these ADCs. Yeah. He does very, very, very well.
I believe, because
I think I'm too hard on him.
Yeah, he's not an ADC main, so his ADC like pool is a bit behind. So you could say it's like early Season 5 ADCs, or the Solutions, the Jinx. They played a lot then, but now not so prevalent. But like, the picks that are coming out here, we've seen them before by both of these teams. Very, very standard, just because it's the last game of this tournament. You don't know what's going to happen. This could be another 50-minute game if all we know. They might play passive. But it's
we have half an hour.
It's all up to XJ9 to see if he can get these ganks in and excel his team. Because if he's able to successfully shut down F-Mine Jungle or shut down Mr. Jiggly, the game's going to be probably over. But I believe what they're going to do here on the side of Mimo's Angels is get deep vision and then look for the lane swap. And once they get that lane swap, you're going to have Jinx and Janna. Jinx and Janna going to be able to farm up and get...
that was spooky.
And
that was spooky.
And get ahead in the lane.
No, thank that kid, like, because he put the mouse away, so stream's back up and running.
Good guy, kid with the Dragon Ball Z shirt. But soon we're gonna be in this game, and
I'm excited.
How hyped are you? Unplugged Expo.
Who would you give it to? How did I like it? How did I like Unplugged Expo? I guess on stream I can't say how I feel.
Yeah, don't tell
Kai. I want to.
This is gonna be VODed, bro.
I want to throw a a quick no offense. I want to slide that in there.
No offense, but offense.
No offense, but offense. No offense,
oh
but offense.
Man, I've liked it so far. Just the League of Legends games.
You know,
honestly,
awesome. I'll be honest with you guys. It doesn't compare to last weekend when I got the chance to interview Skara and Meteos. I don't think it can compare. Let's be frank.
Sorry, I didn't get to go. So.
Like, do you understand why? Do you understand why I don't want to say anything about Unplugged Expo? It's for that reason. Because last weekend I got to sit and shake hands and watch Meteos play Zulok over and over and over again in Hearthstone and ask for pizza, and I gave him a slice of my pizza.
You gave him a slice?
I gave him a slice. No, it was the connection was all Medios and Skara. There's a picture
true.
of them hugging each other.
Oh,
like
that's so cute.
Medios hugging from behind.
Aw,
You know
man.
the Bay pics?
All right, but 5 seconds till this delay is up. Me and Fighting Simo are having tons of fun here at Unplugged Expo 2015.
No
It's about
offense,
to be
but I'm not
closing.
having a lot of fun.
As Simo is trolling me like he has done this whole cast, and I asked for a replacement, but Tony said nobody else wants to be with you. That's why I like you, Simo, because you're the only one here with me. But
Okay.
other than that, about a minute or two until we get to the game.
This
gonna
is
be hype.
Unplugged Expo. Unplugged Expo, League of Legends
We are
finals
unplugged.
tournament.
We are not
unplugged.
charged up.
Not
We are
charged
going to go
up.
back to back to back with these games.
These games have been back to back to back to back to back.
And
And
we're going to be hopping onto the Rift in just a couple of seconds. And again, for the last time, before Simo gets mad at me, if you think Mimo's Angels are going to come out on top, no one's done it yet this whole tournament. But throw those Kappa 123s up in the chat. And if you think your boys from down under going to come back and win this 2.5 Freebirds, a.k.a. Banished to the Shadow Realms, are going to win, throw those Bible thumps into the chat. But here we go, right into game. Let's head to the Rift.
we are late because you decided to give them a speech of the ages.
I like to talk about myself, okay?
It's okay.
The Death Dot being pulled out here by 2.5 Freebirds.
Because they expected it. They know it.
Yeah.
They were watching the stream while we were casting it. But this time around, they're not invading. They're doing the standard.
Really safe.
I called it the PB&J spread because they're just spreading across the map, and they've got every
5-point
single
wards.
corner.
Yep.
Every single corner ready to go. But they're just waiting.
This could have been a
Patiently.
really risky decision, but not gonna be punished for it. So it's just gonna start out real nice and slow. Then we're gonna get boogie with it. Like I said, this could be another 50-minute game, even though we're supposed to leave in like half an hour. So we might have to pause the game, but both teams can win, right? Yeah. Asimo is shaking his head and does not want to respond to me.
I'm just thinking, like, you invaded all 4 games.
It's the
Why-
last game, dude. Don't do risky stuff.
Don't do risky stuff.
See what 2.5 memers were doing. No, sorry, 2.5 Freebirds were doing. They were saying, oh, they've invaded 4 games in a row. Maybe on the 5th we can surprise them. But they didn't go for it. So it was just a double juke.
Do you think
they all thought ahead?
Mimo's Angels are on tilt?
No, I just feel like actually maybe they played like this in the first game.
Oh, he missed the CS right there.
Oh, tilt. You know they're down tilt.
Tilt so hard.
GG.
I'm tilting
20
all
minutes
over the
surrender.
place. Oh, just tilting everywhere.
Bro, did you just feel the world shift? Like, I feel like we're tilted.
You know, they were on 180 degrees, but right now Mimo's Angels are on 181. Just a little bit on tilt.
Let's see how a Wild Vivo can show his CS prevalence. And this lane, I thought they'd go with the lane swap, but I guess they felt confident in this, that a Wild Mimo can farm up. Corky Braum, we saw last game, was very, very rough on that Lucian Thresh lane. I would assume the same thing here because Janna has no aggressive abilities, really. It's hard to play that aggressive Janna without being punished, especially within the environment she's in. But, yeah. And then for this top lane, it's just going to be a battle of can Irelia outburst the tankiness of Maokai?
They both have a lot of sustain that they can keep up throughout the entirety of this laning phase. But Gragas is making his way up there, making his way uptown.
Funk.
Oh, but that's for
the early gonk.
For some reason, I thought that was XJJ9, but it's not. It's Darabu. He's saying, "Hey, how's it going?" Gets the
the flash already
but
used.
he jukes it. Permanent Love gets actually stunned
He's
by
dead.
F my jungle. Is he dead? He might not be. He tanks a turret. They take a few auto attacks. He flashes for
He's
it.
dead.
He's dead. He's done. It's over. It's GG.
Oh, the
Pasta
trade
a la
again.
GG. Wow.
Permanent Love does it once more. Gets dove, but then does get the kill back.
They need to stop listening to Daft Punk because one more time you fail a gank like that, it's going to spell bad news bears for the rest of the game. And as you can see, Elise picks up that blue buff as he saw Gragas heading towards that top lane. Oh, wait. Or does Gragas have blue buff? No. So he took another.
He just stole it, yeah.
He refreshed his blue buff for sure.
XJ9 with the aggressive plays like he's done.
But I feel like the reason why we're in this game 5 is because XJ9 plays like a solo queue player.
Definitely. He does play that solo queue as jungle where he feels like he needs to carry the team. So he tries to get as much
And that's why
resources
if
as he
they
can.
lose, he's not carrying. Like on the Gragas pick last game,
Yeah.
he couldn't really carry.
Exactly. That's why he feels like, because he does have this Elise, he might go for a gank here on Mr. Jiggly. Mr. Jiggly a bit overextended, but with no mana. So here goes Elise.
Here she goes.
Good stun.
Oh, the cocoon does land.
This could be death.
X-Bomb
No,
99.
just flash.
X-Bomb 99. 54 bomb 99. Not enough damage. Obviously, Cassidy's early game damage is
Bit weak.
about as strong as a potato.
Well, potatoes could be pretty strong.
Yeah, but if I could, like, okay, about as strong as a egg.
How about as strong as David finding Simo Rabinovich, because you're pretty soft, bud.
Well, wait, Cassidy's early game's weak. Why, like, you know what, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to stop right here. Hey, where's, no offense, guy, can you come cast us for me? Because no offense.
Oh, wait, we see it down
baby.
Here.
Oh
my
Mr.
God,
Jiggly!
Mr.
Jiggly actually gets blown up.
Here comes Darabu.
Here comes Darabu. He's actually going to try to avoid and
Oh,
get
no.
XJJ9. The cocoon's not up. Going to get poked down a little bit by the Cassidy and Elise. With the top lane fight, oh my, this is not looking too hot right now. But it is just the early game. Elise is just going through the rounds, camping Mr. Jiggly, which is what you need to do to get to get Cassidy through his early game. But Twisted Fate is going to need the help of Darabu, and we had gone through a little bit of an interview earlier today. And, Mr. Jiggly had requested in game 1 that Darabu camp his lane, so he might need to get that again. He might need to get that that special treatment, that 49.99 special where Darabu camps your lane.
Call 1-800-DARABU and he'll be there by your side.
That's actually 7 letters.
Oh,
wait, no, it's not. It's 8.
It's 8, dude. It's 8. There's an I in there. There's an I.
It's 4.
Oh, it's 7. 1-800-DARABU.
7. Yo, we're gods.
Yo, 1-800-DARABU. Call the number if you need a jungler. You know what I'm saying, dog? West side, ride or die. But again, like you were saying, Lisa's playing to his win condition. He is trying to camp whatever lane he can if he sets Mr. Jiggly behind, who was probably one of the main reasons why 2.5 Freebirds won that last game. And if you can set this guy behind, you know that you can carry the game. A bit funny thing in the mid lane here, there are 2 pink wards right beside each other, and 54 bomb 99 going to kill that one right there. But if XJJ9 does camp it out, we could see a quick game.
Maybe, but
knock on my wood.
Knock on your wood, no thanks. I do think that Darabu will have something to say about it. Obviously, he wants to win this game just as much as XJJ9 does. But the fact that Elise is spending a majority of the time ganking from either side, but now it looks like she's ganking from the top side, she might want to focus her attention to shutting down F My Jungle.
And here comes Darabu trying to get some invades in, trying to get some vision maybe into the enemy jungle. He doesn't have any wards on him though, so he's just trying to walk around, trying to find something to do, because he needs to respond to the pressure that XJJ9 has brought to the table. Mr. Jiggly's sort of, I guess, paranoid until his flash is back up. Not too sure what to do. His ultimate has been reached, so if Mimo does go aggressive in this bot lane, TF can be there in just an instant, or the top lane, wherever he might need to be. So
now that we're approaching level 6, I do think that actually, you know what? I take back my comment. I don't think Mr. Jiggly had such an impressive pressure. Oh, baby, actually gonna have to put that on pause.
Here goes
Permanent Love getting up close and personal with F My Jungle. The cocoon does miss. The stun does land, and F My Jungle makes it out by the hair on his chin.
Was way too early. He should have been more patient with it, got right beside him, and then then cocooned in order to win that trade. But right now, Twisted Fate just being a bit of manhandled, I would say. 56 CS to 38. But remember the Twisted Fate passive of getting a little bit extra gold here and there, so it's almost, I want to say even, but he's not at such a big deficit as if he was with any other champion.
But I mean, think about it. Before Cassidy hit level 6, Twisted Fate has been attacked twice in mid lane. That gives Cassidy the pressure that he needs, and once he hits level 6, he can farm up, he can do whatever he wants.
And
now he's forced to farm like wraiths and stuff like that,
and now he's gonna get his tower shoved right in by 54 bomb 99, and XJJ9 looking for somewhere to gank after he gets this red buff. I believe he's probably just going to go mid again just to blow the flash of Twisted Fate because that has came back up. These players, they know what they're doing. They are getting the timers. I'm 100% sure. So we're waiting for maybe a TF, TP, something, a response to the pressure that XJJ9 is bringing. Dragon might be taken soon, maybe around the 12-minute mark. But right now, we just have that slow
Over the
pace.
past 4 games, we've seen these guys really turn up the heat at around the 10, level 12 mark. So I would say over the next 5 minutes, you're going to still see them farm up. Maybe a few ganks from Daraboo and XJJ9. From a general perspective, their objective control is going to start shifting around the, like, as soon as they get halfway to level, like they're already halfway to level 18. But once they're in like the 60% percentile, around level 12, level 13, that's when we see the team fights start coming out. And it's really interesting to see that these guys respect each other so much in the early game that they're not making any moves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, huge pickup by Elise first though. I do agree with you, but Elise just picked up that Rune Glaive at 10 minutes in. So that's a really big pickup, and they're going to probably force the Dragon soon because any team fight fought against this Elise is going to be very, very deadly. And he's looking towards that top lane again, probably going to pick up that Grom and then go in for that Irelia or go for Mr. Jiggly. But we do see Daraboo making his way around towards Elise, and we can see a 2v2 in the top lane. Slowly but
Daraboo
yep.
and XJJ9 making their way up top. My Jungle in a little bit of trouble. The explosive cast pushes Permanent Love in an uncomfortable position. He actually had to flash out. He didn't really need to do that, but a little bit rough for My Jungle. 0-2 right now. Getting ganked twice by XJJ9.
Yeah, literally trying to carry his team right now. You might see the top tower about to fall, and that's a 1-for-0 trade. For that top tower, and it's probably going to fall. Daraboo cannot do anything about it, and Permanent Love and XJJ9 are having the way with that tower. This bot lane not going the way I thought it would be. There's about a almost a 20 CS lead, but I thought Normalized and Dragon Raider would put more and more pressure than they have been already.
Well, like, think about it logically. XJJ9 spending so much time in the top side. Look how comfortable Dragon Raider and Normalized are playing against this ball lane. A Wild Mimo and So Jaded are like half HP. And look at this. It's just ridiculous how much pressure Dragon Raider
might be a gank onto Mr. Jiggly. His minions are a bit too far up for him to have. Here goes XJJ9.
He like tangoed there a little bit. Did a little bit of a sidestep.
Need that Tango Twisted Fate skin though? Tango Twisted Fate? No? Okay. Tony knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. So Tony lets those slide, those cringe fest slide. No offense, no offense.
No offense, but offense.
But when I say, you know, Normalize is hitting.
Oh wait, here comes a gank. Here comes a gank. Watch this out. Here comes Elise towards the bot lane. There's a pink ward in that bush, so they do not know Elise is there.
Oh, My Jungle fighting Permanent Love 1v1. Does he have enough damage to sustain through it? But he's kind of just going back and forth. They're thinking about the dragon. Oh my god, Permanent Love gets stunned by My Jungle, but he actually turns around. He's not going to be able to use TP for this next kind of... Oh, I thought they were dancing around dragon. They were, but at least kind of scared them off.
Well, at least probably going to try to hang around this bot lane. There is vision control there. They know that they have full reign over that brush. And you're going to see the Sightstone pick up immediately by Elise, and you're going to probably see her invade a lot more right now. She does have that Sightstone. She's going to be looking to go into the jungle. She has the Skirmisher's Blade, and this means that she can do whatever she wants to Gragas and get tons of vision control for her team. So hopefully XJJ9 does that and gets inside of the head of Daraboo, and then 1-800 Daraboo would be no more.
Mr. Jiggly's in a little bit of trouble right now.
112 to 77 in the CS count. That is
He's definitely feeling the pressure coming out from XJJ9. I wonder what Mr. Jiggly is going to have to do to kind of find his momentum back. Because right now,
he hasn't even used his ultimate anywhere. He's been
well,
unable to.
That's what had happened last game, right? Yeah. That's definitely what had happened the previous game, because he was able to out-pressure Diana for the most part, but as soon as Diana got level 6, he wasn't able to pressure anywhere on the map, because anywhere that he would go, Diana would go too, right? So it's the same thing, right? If he TPs, then Cassidy TPs. What the hell?
What just happened? Oh.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I guess, if you want to.
They can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
These guys are pro players.
Yeah.
Almost.
LCS.
You might see a Dragon rotation here as 4 members, I don't say all 5, heading towards the mid-bottom side of the map where that Dragon is. And it looks like they're going to start it off here.
Dragon Raider needs to back up a little bit, and he is. But now they're thinking about the Dragon for sure. They're definitely thinking about the Dragon.
They wanted Dragon Raider, but all they get is the Dragon.
That was good. No, I'll have to give it that to you. that deserves
And they're probably going to rotate towards mid after this pickup. Just keep the pressure on. Don't relieve any of it, because if you do relieve that pressure, it allows that comeback like we saw last game that 2.5 Freebirds did. So if Mimos keeps the pressure but doesn't make those silly diving mistakes, they should be able to take this game out. It's 15 minutes in. There's still a lot of leeway here and there for both teams to make mistakes, but good vision control this time around. We've seen them not do that great, but Mimos Angels buying a lot of pink wards, making sure that they have a lot of vision control, and that's because of the elite skirmishers being able to go into the Darebu's jungle and just eliminate anything that happens. And right now you're seeing SJJ9 sneaking in. Ooh, that's a bad sleeper. They don't know there's a ward in that bush. They can sort of sense it with their 6th sense, but
if you take a look at the vision control, look how lit up Kassadin's area is. They really want 54 Bomb 99 to do something this game. They know that sometimes his split push didn't really work out. It would be countered by, you know, good decision making and stuff like that. But look at that. They really want this guy to be safe. Like, it's blowing my mind how they're focusing so much resources to 54 Bomb 99, and it's making 2.5 Freebirds afraid to play. And I think it's because Twisted Fates now, he's so far into the gutter, they're just putting him even further. Oh, here we have Maokai is coming up to that
they're
top
looking
side.
to dive Mr. Jiggly here.
Now, while we have a brief moment to discuss itemization, Rod of Ages as opposed to Righteous Glory on Maokai. Why?
Because you don't really have, well, oh wait, there might be a big fight here. Not really. But you don't have the engage that you really want. Kassadin can go in and dive with you, but he's more of a get in, get out sort of thing. So if you are able to sustain more with the Rod of Ages and be more tanky, that's going to be more useful than a fast engage where you do not have much follow-up, because you don't want Elise to repel and follow you in there too, because she has no way of getting out or outplaying. So it's actually a pretty smart pickup by Permanent Love to take that Rod of Ages instead of the Righteous Glory.
But how are they going to engage now? The Righteous Glory was the only reason why they were able to speed up and catch people out of position.
They don't need to go for these dirty engages. They'll use the double teleport that they do have and make sure they get behind the team without having to Righteous Glory forwards. So they should be able to do it perfectly fine to engage. They're going to be looking more of a pick than to be a 5v5 engage and just forcing things up down the middle. But as we were talking, Wild Mimos did pick up another tower there. So it was a good pickup by them. As we are at almost the day's end here at Unplugged Expo 2015, last game of the finals. We came through the best of 5s. Here goes maybe an engage onto Irelia. Not much going to happen. They're just going to touch each other and tell them they love each other.
Nice.
Nice. I thought of that one last night when I was in the shower.
This game's at a little bit of a standstill, but both teams are thinking about what's next. And it looks like Mimos Angels is looking at that mid turret to finally pick it up.
The Jinx is for.
Get the last outer turret for Mimos Angels.
And they're just slowly building their goal lead. 3K now. At 18 minutes, that's a pretty solid lead to have.
And it's honestly, the only reason is because Elise and Kassadin had that free reign in the mid lane. Yeah. It's the only reason why they're able to do this. It's the only reason. The fact that Mr. Jiggly's a little bit behind, they're waiting for him to catch up a little bit. He doesn't even have his first item yet, and Kassadin's already on his second, right? So they need him to catch up as best as he can, and once that happens, once they capitalize on maybe a mistake, they can turn things around and maybe start building their lead back up. But if Nemo's Angels plays this correctly, they should be able to choke out 2.5 Freebirds with correct vision control. And you can see that around Dragon, they have it completely lit up. Look at that.
Yeah.
They have all the pink wards there. They know what vision is and what isn't. But we'll see what happens for both teams over the next couple of minutes.
A good pickup by XJJ9. He does take that Ages of Leeches into account. There's a lot of AP damage. We might see a gank here onto Kassadin, though. In the hidden push, Normalized misses the Q. It hits a minion instead. Life is rough when you're a support player and you miss those skill shots. But like I was saying, the Aegis pickup by Elise is very, very good. A lot of mixed damage coming out of 2.5 Freebirds, aka Banished to the Shadow Realm. And I think if they continue this pressure, continue what they're doing, looks like Nemo's Angels could be the winners here of the finals of Unplugged Expo 2015.
All they need to do is continue to extend their lead that they already have. They need to rely on a lot of great positioning during their fights, because that seems like that was one of their weaker points throughout this tournament and the reason why they get so many mistakes.
The blue buff maybe going towards Corki. I don't know if they want to give it to TF, but TF doesn't really need it. But oh, they didn't even secure. Yeah, TF is going to grab that. But Dragon up at 30 seconds.
Well, last game they did have more of a mid-game composition than a late-game composition, and they were still able to make it work at the 50-minute mark. Maybe, just maybe, 2.5 Freebirds are going to be able to turn things around as the game progresses, but we will have to wait and see.
Dragon is up in 10 seconds. A Wild Nemo's trying to shove out that mid lane. If they do win a Dragon fight, then they do have the minions there to shove in even more. Securing the Scuttle Bug, it is XJJ9. A good clearing of the vision ward there. Sweeping pretty well, and it looks like Dragon is there, it's free to take. And 2.5 Freebirds are just being very, very patient. Yeah, go ahead. And as we are waiting to see if anything happens, My Jungle split pushing in the top lane. And
looks like Permanent Love was looking for it. Kassadin gets the TP up into the top lane. He actually gets stunned up by My Jungle. Permanent Love gets a super long distance twisted advance. Janna tries to juke My Jungle, but it's not going to be enough. Mr. Jiggly tries to 1v1 Kassadin, and Wild Nemo comes out of nowhere. Gets the ultimate off onto My Jungle. Mr. Jiggly forced to take the long way around, gets the stun card, and Mr. Kassadin's going to clean that up. Oh, but Mr. Darebu trying to get Mr. XJJ9. Dragon Raider coming in off to the side. But the juke into the Wolves. Permanent Love gonna get stunned up by the Braum passive. Great ultimate used onto the Janna. Dragon Raider picks up the kill onto Elise. They're gonna continue the damage. Twisted advance. Here comes Normalized to save his buddy.
Big dive.
Gonna be
taking
him down. Double kill for Dragon Raider. Wild Nemo wants to continue this fight. Gets the kill onto Normalized. Will he get the kill onto
red
Darebu?
Buff, yes.
Oh, he's slowed down completely.
Kassadin's gonna go get
That's
Corki.
gonna be the double kill. Dragon Raider in a little bit of trouble. Uses the Rumble ultimate
to
get away. But here comes the Jinx. Is she going to be able to get a zap? No, she's not. Mr. Bomb 99 is low on mana, but will that be enough? So is low. Dragon Raider is low as well.
W.
Oh, misses the W.
Q.
Oh,
out of
my
range,
God.
Mr.
There's
Jiggly.
the stun card. They turn it around. Mr. Bomb 99 is a little bit of trouble. Has to get away.
But he does just barely get away.
Ignite and the damage lacking from Twisted Fate is not going to be enough.
This is really awkward because at the Expo, we are closing down in about 5 minutes, and this game is not going to end that quickly.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, for telling me what my life is going to be. But still, just a lot of trades happening there. Not much swaying in one side or the other, but the pressure is still on from Nemo's Angels, and it looks like they can carry this one out if they really want to. Pings onto the Baron, not too sure if they're doing it or not. Limited vision out of 1.5 Freebirds, as XJJ9 is just doing whatever he wants because he has built so much onto Darebu himself. And
no. XJJ9 gonna get alley-oop straight to Mr. Jiggly, but is he gonna turn it around? He might be able to jump straight to those raids. He's actually gonna get blown up by Mr. Jiggly. That's exactly what he needs to kind of get back into this game.
They need to make sure that anytime XJJ9 goes into their jungle, they can take him out and make sure that he doesn't get any vision control or anything, and they get a free kill out of it. So XJJ9 needs to be a bit more careful on his invades and make sure none of the enemy team is near him.
I'm just thinking,
Same.
how do these guys drag this game out so long? And I'm always curious to see how, like, a super aggressive team. And usually when you see a super aggressive team, that means that the aggressive team is actually better. You know, that the aggressive team knows how to choke out an opponent super, super well. But both of these guys are respecting each other very well. And although Mr. Jiggly is a little bit behind in terms of itemization as well as gold, he's able to stay up, stay relevant despite being down. The CS gap is not as big as it once was. And after a few more kills, he's definitely going to start shining.
This is what we call NA LCS meta, where you play really, really scared, game goes up to 40, 50 minutes, and then you end. Where in like China, they play so aggressive, they go for kills, they have high kill games, and it's just tower, 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 end game in like 30 minutes. So as they're playing it smoothly, but
well, actually,
slowly.
When we had the Hecarim meta, that's how it was.
Yeah.
When Hecarim was definitely a prominent choice, which is not that long ago. It was probably like 5-6 weeks ago. That's not that far away.
But now you see games in NALCS, they're taking like 40 or 50 minutes, like almost on average now. But a few games, they do end up short. A lot of Cloud9 and CLG games, I feel like they end around the 30-minute mark. But
they know how to pressure advantages, but in this case, Mimo's Angels got the advantage on Twisted Fate in the mid lane, but have they been able to extend it? Dragon is in a minute. I think 2.5 Freebirds are going to be able to contest this once again. For the first time, actually contested, but we will wait and see. They might play it a little bit safer. 58 seconds. We are interested in seeing what happens next. The vision control is actually fairly exceptional for Mimo's Angels. They have the entire river warded, so they're ready for Dragon as soon as possible.
Dragon in
but
40
Janna
seconds.
did recall.
She'll be back in time. She does have Moby Boots, so she will be speedy, spaddly, speedy, spoopy, swoopity, whoopity, fast back. And she
Finding Simo here with caster Bill Cosby.
Oh my gosh. 24, 23, 22, 21, and decreasing to the time that young Drake has arrived to the Summoner's Rift.
This might be a return Dragon back-to-back for Mimo's Angels, but 2.5 Freebirds are charged up. They're ready to go for this Dragon. And, you know, just hold on. Here comes Twisted Fate.
And he
just wants to get the vision.
Oh, the Baron! Oh, no, wait. He ported from Baron.
Oh, it's pretty low. Darebu's thinking about it. He thinks about throwing it in, but it's not going to be enough. They try to contest it, but gave away the Dragon. Now they have movement speed and turret destruction, I believe.
I'm surprised there's no Ardent Sensor Rush on Janna. Usually that's what a lot of the Janna players do, just because it's such a cheap and goal-efficient item. It gives attack speed to whoever you shield and heal. So it's really, really good, but I feel like she doesn't want Mimo to get caught by a Irelia stun or a TF stun. So a very, very cautious pickup, I would say, on the side of Mimo's Angels. And we are waiting patiently. Probably going to have to wait till like 5th Dragon or something. 3.2k gold lead. It's sort of staying where it's been at. I'd say just 3k gold lead rather.
Just to answer that person in the Twitch chat, this is Game 5 of the Unplugged Expo Finals.
The score is 2-2.
Mimo's Angels lost Game 1 to 2.5 Freebirds. Now they won 2 games after that, and then 2.5 Freebirds made some clutch plays at the 50-minute mark last game, and now we are in Game 5, being kicked out of the venue as they're still playing. Their keyboards are being ripped away from them by the staff.
and they're running they're running home right now to go on their personal computers. But yeah, the Baron control being secured here by
I'm getting choked currently by an ex-ADC player who participated in the tournament
and
but got completely eliminated.
I think she went 0-2.
I think she should give him a massage.
But she did beat a diamond. There you go.
There you go. That's at the end of the day, who cares about coming in first, second, or third? As long as you beat the ADC that you're up against. Here comes the TP. Kassadin's going to be completely not afraid to walk up into the face. Jinx ultimate does go out. F My Jungle gets saved by the Relic Shield from Braum. Here comes 54 Bob in there. He gets stunned CC, but the Mikhails goes out from Janna. Somebody gets pushed back there. I think, nope, the Janna ultimate wasn't used, but that was just a little bit of a back and forth.
I think as soon as they saw Irelia started running away, they should have gone at least trying it for a Baron. They do have Jinx, who does a lot of damage. They might have been able to take it down, but a lot of defensive itemizations coming out. You see Frozen Heart on Maokai, obviously it's going to build tankiness, but you see the Quicksilver Sash on Jinx right away, even though she has the Mikhails to back her up. So you know they're putting so many resources into this Jinx. And then second item rather, Zhonya's Hourglass for this Kassadin.
Oh, baby, they're going in, but you don't have Righteous Glory. You kind of clapped your hands to the beat, but it wasn't enough to get caught up.
And slowly,
I never noticed that he claps his hands with that.
You know, because he's like, let's get ready to party. And then he pulls up all his homies who want to party with him, and they're going to run train on any member that he twisted advance to. You get it?
I get it.
Yeah. No, it's not 2-1. It's 2-2. This is the last game. Whoever wins this comes out on top.
I explained that.
I know, but he posted it afterwards. I love you.
You know what, David?
I love you.
No offense.
No offense. You're not the no offense guy, so you're okay.
You're good.
But maybe XJJ9 looking for a pick there, misses the Cocoon.
Oh, Bomb 99 off to the side.
That late game Cocoon is actually very, very deadly. You sit there for like 20 minutes and you're like, you can go through your whole life and contemplate what you've been doing. Not too sure why they can't kill that. That was really awkward. She walked by that red ward a couple times, but in the end they were able to get it. And we're back to this. We're waiting just for Dragon to come up.
I'm actually surprised that it's the 31-minute mark and it's only 7-4.
Like I said, it's probably going to go to a 50-minute game again.
And we're going to get kicked out again.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be. They're putting up the chairs around us, telling us this game needs to be ended. So they're telling the players to do stupid engages. We might have to remake and go to an ARAM. No, I'm just kidding. We're just having a lot of play and fun. We had a good time here at Unplugged Expo.
Oh my God!
The Scuttle Crab has been secured! I do not believe! But that is the Wild Mimos taking that one. Dragon up in 1 minute and 15 seconds. We need to get Tony behind us so we never look back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tony is our guardian angel. He is our sweet, sweet child of mine. He is welcome to the jungle. Just going to keep saying random Guns N' Roses songs. Rolling Stones.
You know, he's our Axl Rose. He's our lead singer, right?
Okay.
Thanks, Ramus, for your input on that one. Okay. Dragon up in 45 seconds. Let's get hyped, Simo. It's going to happen.
Let's do it.
This is what it's going to be. What's going to happen? So Jaded,
XJJ9. Got the pecs of steel. Does he have the wards of steel, though?
We'll find out. Being taken by Jinx, that's going to be a crucial player in this huge next team fight that's going to come out. Mr. Jiggy with the
nice Cocoon coming out from XJJ9.
No so
stunning up Mr. Jiggly, covering him in white web.
With with what Meteos calls the gunshot.
The cum shot.
I was not going to say it out loud, but you can say it.
Oh, baby, another Cocoon does land. XJJ9 thinks about it, but he changes his mind.
7 seconds until that Dragon
great
spawns. Could this be the 4th
resistance.
Dragon? 4. Well, yes.
2 seconds left. Dragon Raider is poking down as much as he can. Normalize pecs of steel. He has the wall ready to go in any case. Oh, Permanent Love in a little bit of trouble. 3 blows. Not the 4th.
XJJ9 looking to just kill this Dragon. That's what his soul.
Kassadin is actually off to the side, thinking about the flank. They might want to go into this. The shield does come up. He actually knocks up a lot of the members. Blue team does take the Dragon. XJJ9 does manage to steal it. Permanent Love in a little bit of a rock between a hard and a rock place.
And
yeah,
it's
they actually get the kill onto Maokai, but they don't get the dragon.
And
it's a 1-for-0 exchange, but
now
54 Bomb 99's thinking about it.
They're playing on a timer.
They're going to get the turret here. Irelia going to the bot lane to push that wave in. Mr. Jiggly and Dragon Wader leading the charge. They are going to get the second turret here, but XJG9 is so faded. Oh, baby, it looks like in a little bit of trouble. The stun does land onto
here comes
Normalize.
But nothing really can happen.
Oh, the flash does come out. Wild Nemo does come out. Teleport comes out from Aurelia. They're thinking about it. Normalize throws up the shield. Mr. Jiggly out of mana. Throws the Sun card over. It almost, Cleanse had to be used by Wild Nemo. They get the kill onto Kassadin. Mr. FI Jungle continues to chase. So Jaden in a little bit of trouble. Permanent Love. Here he comes the backup. Darabu's going to get the slow onto Permanent Love. They're going to get the stun. One more auto attack. Just get it. He's got it. Permanent Love falling dangerously low. Are they going to get the pickup? So Jaden doing what he can. The slow does. Oh, it misses actually. And Mr. Jiggly's on a rampage.
That's a lot of flashes used, though. And if there's going to be a fight in the next 5 minutes, there's going to be no real flashes.
That's going to be Baroon. My favorite flavor of macaroon.
Baroon.
Take a shot for every time Simo arrives.
Oh, my God. Well, they're not going to go for it, though. They know XJ9 is in the area, and he does have damage to execute any members that are low. But it seems like, I think Wild Nemo should have built more damage onto their carries. They played really defensively, bought really defensively, and it's sort of biting them in the butt, whereas the mid laner, for example, TF went Rabadon's Lich Bane and then Void Staff, and you saw the Rod of Ages into Azonia's. That's going to take time to scale up, but it's not that immediate damage that you need to pressure your leads. So a bit of a blunder in itemization for Wild Mimos, and that puts 2.5 Freebirds right back into the game. And we are waiting as the closing ceremonies are happening.
We see Meteos and I'm joking, they're not here.
We see the Jeopardy dude. We see actually Professor Oak there signing some autographs. Has Pikachu on his shoulder when it actually should be
red team has full contention of this Baron, but the TP is up for Kassadin. Worst case scenario, here's the TF ult. Just checking out where are they.
Look at that line of vision created there by 2.5 Weeaboos.
Can I get another caster in this, in this last game?
Kappa 123 in the chat. If you think Wild Mimos will come out on top, but if you think the young boys from down under 2.5 Freebirds, aka Banished to the Shadow Realm, is going to come out.
Oh, the slow does land. Explosive cast being thrown. Dragon Raider predicted it. The stun onto XJJ9 gets on a killing spree. That's going to be the Baroon, my favorite flavor of macaroon. He gets the blue buff while he's there. A little bit of a consolation prize, but Kassadin, Janna, Maokai, Jinx, they're all thinking about coming and stopping this. Normalize doing what he can to zone them out. They're focusing all their damage onto this Baron. They don't have the smite. Elise is down. Normalize getting completely pop, lock, and drop. Maokai trying to get in and get the pickup, but he does fall to the Maokai. Mr. Jiggly picks up the kill onto the Maokai as a return kill. FMI Jungle making his way. Thinking about it, but they're going to just back away. They actually have to back away from the Baron because that was getting a little bit too risky for them.
And a 2-for-1 overall. And again, slowly they're clawing their way back, and they actually took up the gold lead here for 2.5 Freebirds. They have a 2K gold lead. They can extend that even more than they need to, and it seems like they're going to just keep going to the Baron, rinse and repeat. Just bait Wild Mimos into the Baron pit and just keep getting these kills. And find XJJ9 just by himself. He really needs to group up with this team and make sure he doesn't get caught again.
Looks like we are going to take a short, you know, it's not a legit pause, but both teams are kind of they're taking a step back, farming some minions.
Dragon's up in a minute 20, so they're just like, we'll just wait for that. Let's just sit around and do nothing.
Well, if
40 minutes have passed.
They don't get this dragon, Nemo's Angels will be at the 5 dragon mark. This has to go out over to 2.5 Freebirds. They have to get it. They're preparing for it. They know that it's dangerous if they don't get this next dragon. And we will see if XJJ9 is going to be able to steal it. He got it last time during that scuffle. But we will see very, very shortly. Who makes the first, who pulls the trigger first? Who gets the first movement?
And this could be the timer being played out by the Wild Mimos. So if they are able to secure this next dragon, it's going to be a huge lead for them to get. So this is going to be a huge fight, and I'm ready for it to happen. Let's get hyped on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hype, hype, hype.
Hype!
Hype it up! Oh, no.
The Dragon's coming in 15 seconds. Both teams are kind of at each other's throat. The Cocoon does land. Just a little bit of pokety poke. Dragon Raider getting a little bit too close. The vision is all over the place.
For Kassadin right now. Oh, never mind.
It's 2.5 Freebirds are backing up a little bit. The ultimate is used by Janna to disengage, but now that it's down, F My Jungle goes in. Here comes Daribu. Where's the knockup? Where's the play? Mr. Jiggly off to the side gets the stun onto XG9. This is looking not too hot. Normalize gets stunned by the Cocoon. Mr. Jiggly gets the stun card, but the shutdown from Kassadin. They might be able to continue to fight this, but a lot of members are low.
They don't want to fight this. They want that 5th dragon.
Oh, the TP from Aurelia. She is still alive. They are going to continue to fight this. Is he going to steal the dragon? He gets it! My guy, Corki gets the least kill. Oh my goodness gracious. Maokai comes in, hopefully making something happen, but the auto attack is going to get him to stun. 54 Bomb 99. Pops to Zonia's Dragon Raider in a little bit of trouble. He flashes over the wall. Aurelia cleaning up shop.
Oh, but
time to close off.
Has free reign right now.
He gets the kill onto Aurelia. They're going to have to jump over. Dragon Raider continuing the damage. They're trying to get the kill. He tries to juke out. He gets the juke. Kassadin gets the pickup. Triple kill.
No, they don't know where Braum is. Braum just backing in the bush ever so secretly.
This game is going off the handle.
And 1-800 Daribu, call if you need a smite steal, extends this game a bit longer, prevents that 5th dragon from happening. And Simo, stop looking back. We can't do that here. That's illegal in 3 different states. And we see a TP coming up from Kassadin. They really want to get this tower down. They need to get an advantage. And they were able to do it. But Mr. Jiggly there, really awkward placement. He went on one side where none of his team was. And it was just canceled out by Kassadin. So really good play there. 554 Bomb 99. Something we haven't seen this game yet. He hasn't been split pushing. He's been with his team most of the time. So that's pretty
He's just
surprising.
been kill stealing. I'm joking.
Dude, he's 6-1 and 2. He has 2 assists.
He's been going.
Oh, wait. Baron being started here by Wild Mimos, and that's going to be taken secretly. Down. Oh, this is going to be rough. This could be the swing that they need to come out back on top. And it's such a close game.
Ultimate used at the wrong time.
But they do know now. Well, they would have known anyways because of the patch. It's just basically an ultimate used for nothing. Basically, they said, yeah, we got Baron. And then TF's like, I don't believe you. Oh, they actually got it. So this is going to be rough time for 2.5 Freebirds. One thing that could happen is what Wild Mimos have been doing. Have been really overly aggressive when they get these Baron buffs. They go for dives that they don't need to take. And if they do that again, it could spell disaster for them. So hopefully they take it safe, take it slow. How they've been playing this game so far. 42 minutes in. I'm telling you, it's probably going to end in the next 8 minutes. It's probably going to be 5th Dragon. And I feel bad for saying this, but it feels like Wild Mimos are going to come out on top just because of this last Baron take.
It's looking like they're going to push into that bot lane. A very typical push. And once the bot lane inhibitor is exposed, they can take Baron a lot more easier. They're going to be knocking down this turret, get it fairly quickly. They're not going to be able to defend this at all. I don't even know if they're going to be able to defend this next turret, but they're going to try their best.
Go for a dirty engage.
54 Bomb 99 getting a little bit too close for comfort. Normalizes at half HP there. Going to see if he's going to have to recall, maybe turn things around. They're still pushing down this turret, but the wave clear from Twisted Fate and Corki is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it was just because of TF and Corki right now is the only way that they're going to stay alive. And it's going to be such a close game still, but I feel like Wild Mimos, if they get the next Dragon, they will be able to win this game.
These guys, I'm going to compare these guys to LCS. These guys, 2.5 Freebirds, are playing like TSM right now. And the opposite team is playing like CLG. TSM what they're known for is you can't get into their base. That's what I know TSM for. Yeah. They might be losing, but you're not getting into their base no matter what. There's just, you can take all their turrets on the outside, but they're not going to let you in. They're really good at defending their inhibitor turrets. Whereas CLG, they might be doing extremely well because they have such high skill-capped players and they just completely dominate their lanes early, but sometimes, just sometimes, they have a rough time closing it out.
It just comes back to the veterancy of Dragon Raider, Normalize, Mr. Jiggly, and I would even say Darebu. I've seen these guys in tournaments all the time, and they just know how to play as a team. They play as a unit. They don't play like how XJJ9 plays. It's very, very solo queue-esque jungle, so...
Looks like there is...
Just look back. You know the outcome.
Looks like there is...
Simo. Tony, this is why I can't cancel Simo. He keeps looking backwards. But the game, if that 5th dragon is secured, it could spell disaster. If this team fight is won by Wild Mimos, I'm sorry to say it, but with Jinx and 45 minutes, it is basically game.
Holy crap, the CS. I didn't even take a look at that.
Yeah.
This game has just been incredibly slow, and I've been taking it easy because there hasn't been a whole lot of action. Both teams have been playing it fairly safe and giving each other a lot of respect. And I respect these guys all the same. Both teams have been doing exceptionally well throughout the entirety of this tournament. We are in Game 5 for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. These guys both deserve to be where they are right now as far as the tournament goes.
It's all up to XJJ9 to secure this dragon. They really need to do it. If they don't secure it, it could be call 1-800 Darebu again to extend the game. And they really need to do that. So hopefully Darebu can get another miracle steal here to extend this game out, and then they can clinch the game that they need to win. But
this,
8 seconds, this
baby, Cassidy comes in at
the
blue buff. He's waited. He teleported in. I don't know if the ward spots him out.
No, they don't.
The cocoon does miss. The dragon is just laying.
Jinx is just going to burst this down.
In the nest.
Jinx is just going to burst it down.
Kassadin's coming in from the north. They're
Look at that
thinking
damage.
about. They don't see him yet. They're bursting down this dragon. This is when they should fight. They're thinking about it. He goes in. He tries to smite steal it. Is he going to do it? The explosive dash comes come out.
Darebu gets it again!
He takes it, but F my jungle's in a little bit of trouble. He's about to get popped. Kassadin comes in. He's actually dangerous as well, but he pops the Zhonya's. Mr. Jiggly does what he can off to the side.
Mimo's
but
free!
A wild Mimo's going free reign on the back line, and they're not able to stop this.
And this game
but they do take the
Dragon
Raider
getting caught out!
Oh my goodness gracious, Darebu gets popped as well from the elite damage. Mr. Jiggly uses his Zhonya's, but that's not going to be enough. F my jungle trying to go in
Mimo with the kiting plays.
Mimo is just
that is going to be game.
That's going to be the
Dragon
end
Raider.
of the game.
That is going to feel so bad getting caught out.
Congratulations. Oh, I mean, it's
still
inevitable. It's inevitable.
Normalize. I believe in my boy. He's going to do it.
It's inevitable at this point.
He's going to do it. But 5 versus 1, I don't think it's going to happen. Wild Mimo.
My entire tournament experience
looks like
over
CLG wins.
Over the past year, my entire tournament experience has been permanent love, bringing teams to tournaments. And he's been trying to get to first place. Neo's Angels, now his current team that he likes to bring to Ontario tournaments. And now, for at least my first time experience, Nemo's Angels comes in first, dethroning 2.5 Freebirds from their reign, from their Ontario reign. Congratulations to Nemo's Angels receiving the $900 prize, and 2.5 Freebirds receiving, I believe, $300 or somewhere around the lines.
Talk crap about
you can't.
Like,
they
both
played
teams
phenomenal. But Nemo's Angels had a lead at the beginning, and they kept pushing it. You know, kudos to 2.5 Freebirds for being able to take those 2 dragons, not letting them get to that 5th one. But as it goes, it's your host Finding Simo and my co-caster Yuna. Thank you guys for tuning in.
And that's the end of Unplugged Expo 2015.